So obviously this is my snowblower off the tractor. There is my linear actuator for the up and down. Here is my power motor, window powder motor for the left and right. Just have some lights in there, which probably really, I don't know if I'll hook them up again this year, but when I connect all my relays with my switches for left and right, up and down, this is what I'll be connected to. Alright guys, so in my prior video you did see my lawn tractor with my Craftsman SnowThrower in automation, which it worked last year, but I'm looking to make a more complete automation system. Basically using these levers here. The one on the right is a double, so it'll be up and down, left and right, and then the one on the left is an up and down single pole, which requires a little more different wiring with two relays on each just to make the up and down. So for those both, it'll be a total of 6 relays. It did come with a control box. I'm going to be using that, just a sheet of galvanized, just to put everything on, and then I will install it inside of just a box of that nature. Basically everything here is either eBay or Amazon. I did buy a 10-pole individual, which the powers will go to, and then we'll go to a fuse box, and then that'll be my negative bus bar. And I just bought a couple packages of the 40 relays, and let's get going. Okay, so here is kind of how my panel looks here. I ended up going to Home Depot and just buying a power bus bar, each individual. So power it's all separate based on each of these. So if you needed to do more, then you would need to get a power through the most of them. Fuse box, so basically 5 fuses right now. I'll get another 5 if I have to. These are all my relays, and basically yes, it needs that many relays only because this is the setup for the single pole joysticks. So you need 2 relays for each direction. So I will have an up and down for the lift, and a left and right for the chute, and up and down for the chute. So total of 6, and then I'll have a few lights, light bar, and so forth. So if you see my previous video of my tractor cab, then you've seen the video, the lights then, and we'll show you that in the end. So there's a previous video on YouTube, and he shows one of these joysticks. They're made in China. I mean, hopefully they last. We'll find out. But he didn't really go into the depths of how he wired it. But how you will see, this is the one direction joystick. So you can see the screws, and then basically the power for the up and down is on one side. So this black and red with pieces of the end here, and then on the other side is the ground. So this is where I did not see any other video. So you need to ground both of these other sides. A little tough with the light here. And then you have your power on the other side. And that will give you, when you connect your actuator to these two, it'll get you your up and down direction. And same as for the second, the up and the four-way. Right now, this is the box they bring it into. It's got a piece to the bottom. I don't know whether I'll be using it or not, but let me just get a little bit of lighting here. That doesn't help. So, as you can see, on one end, like the single, you have the yellow and blue on the bottom, which is for one direction, and then the blue and the red on the other side, and that's for the opposite direction. So again, left, right, up, down, and on the opposite side, all of them are ground. And I just kind of, as I was doing my testing, wired cap those up into one ground. This will eventually look a little different, but when you connect it to the actuators, you have, for this particular one, it'll be a motor for an old power window motor and an actuator. It will make each direction to what it needs to do. So that's that. That's just like I said, the big piece missing in a previous video from someone else, and when you YouTube actuators, look it up, you find his, but this is the key piece that I felt he missed, was the setting up of these single throw joysticks, only because it's you know, for me it was trial and error to figure out what's what and where was where. So that's where we'll leave it with that. So basically, as I set it up, go back to this here, I'm sorry. This is my ground. It's a nice ground setting. And over on this side here, you have the wires come out. These go to the actual actuators or power motors. And then over on this side, you have these, and these go to the switches, which will be this. So these will switch to this, this will go to the motors, and then they will work. And they do work. It's just, and I'll throw up a little further more. These relays over here, I have my light switches. So again, just some, I got a light bar, LED light bar, and on the back I have just a square light LED as well. So next, so I'm going to continue, I'm sorry. So this fits into this box. I'm saying a lot of arms, but sorry about that. So this I've kind of cut out the edges and so forth, so it just kind of fits in there. And then what I'll do is, this is a cover, this kind of covers it, so it'll be up on the roof of my my cab. And then what I'll do is I'll drill some holes in the sides for the wires to come in for from the actuators and the power. So my power will be off of that, my ground will be off of those, so I'll have to run some wires through there, and then for my lights and switches and so forth. So I'll make a switchboard over in the front of my tractor, and just for the little lights, and then the cover will fit over that, and we'll be in action. Alright, so basically what I've done, this is kind of the inside of my cab here. It's really not high quality stuff here, but I have my mounted up in the roof in the far corner, and believe it or not, it does not get in my headway. which I'll have wires down there. My battery I put down in the corner there, take the cup out, cup holder, and then I'll do that. And then over here, I've kind of made use some galvanized just to kind of make a switch plate. And this just kind of fits in there. You can tell a little indentations in there, so there'll be a good spot for the wires to run, as well as the switches to be placed, and then it'll go right in the corner there. For now. Alright, so just a little bit of wiring here. I mean, it's a mess in there, but those hanging down will eventually go to my switches, which are those wires. I pretty much ran them along the corners, down. There's my switch box for my lights. And I have just one other thing here, which turns on a interior for the nighttime. But honestly, the light cost me like $3, so it wasn't a real big deal. And mainly all the lights is my light bar. All the lights will be right off my battery on the inside here. That's my back side light. And I added some light strips, which will give me some at nighttime, just to turn them on so people see me. And again, toggle switches. I kind of labeled what I have here in the front. You can see that pretty bright. I'm just going to turn off the interior light because it's reflecting off my window there. So again, I'll be doing left, right, up, down, and then this is the left, up, and down. So I'll be doing this to the left. As you can hear, the actuator is not the strongest or the quickest, so it does take a little bit of time. And then I just kind of see if you can see that white line in the left-hand corner there off my hood. I kind of set it up so when I'm snow blowing, if I see that line, I know I'm at the top. And then the left. All right. And up and down. So, works pretty good. And for my lights, so I have some back lights, I got a front light and some brake lights. Not brake lights, but red lights too. So, light bar, Amazon, I think it was like $30. As you can see, that throws a pretty nice light behind there. And just some light strips and a light in the back there for backing up. And again, I think the lights were on Amazon, $4 a piece, and that was a plug-in, like a cigarette lighter plug-in light that I just kind of converted to the back light. So, and again, battery in the corner. I threw I don't know whether I need it or not, but it's a 30 amp fuse. And all my fuse box is upstairs in there, and that's my upgrades for this year. Hope you enjoy.